everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a review on the NYX Smooth Whip Matte Lip Creams. If you do want to see a review and a demo, then please keep watching. As a huge favor, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and comment anything down below. I greatly appreciate it. I read all the comments and I will do my best to reply back. Each matte lip cream retails for $8 at Ulta Beauty and NYX online, and it comes in 12 shades. I do want to read a little bit about these lip creams on Ulta's website. Whip it good with the Smooth Whip Lip Cream from NYX Professional Makeup. All day full coverage wear that will blur away any texture or lines. Here's a closer look on what the packaging looks like. It says NYX Professional Makeup Smooth Whip Matte Lip Cream. You get 0.13 fluid ounces or 4 milliliters of product. Here's what the back looks like. It does state that these lip creams were made in Taiwan and it has an 18-month shelf life. On top of the barcode is the shade name. This shade is 02 Kitty Belly, and then on the bottom is printed the shade name. Let's open this up. Here's what the applicator looks like. It is double-sided. Kitty Belly is described as a peach nude. Here's what the shade in Kitty Belly looks like. This shade is too vibrant for my liking. These do have a scent. It smells like cupcakes and vanilla. It smells really yummy. The next shade is called 03 Latte Foam. Latte Foam is described as a pink mauve. That shade is stunning. Here's what the shade in Latte Foam looks like. This shade would be great for fall. Next shade is called 04 Teddy Fluff. Teddy Fluff is described as a mid-tone pinky brown. Another beautiful shade. Here's what the shade in Teddy Fluff looks like. Another gorgeous shade. The next shade is called 05 Parfait. Parfait is described as a mid-tone red nude. So pretty. Here's what the shade in Parfait looks like. This shade is beautiful as well. Next shade is called 06 Faux Fur. Faux Fur is described as a bronze nude. Again, very pretty. Here's what the shade in Faux Fur looks like. This shade is beautiful as well. Next up, we have 08 Fuzzy Slippers. Fuzzy Slippers is described as a warm plum. This shade is gorgeous. Here's what the shade in Fuzzy Slippers looks like. As you all know, I love my purples. This shade is stunning. Next up, we have 09 B-Day Frosting. B-Day Frosting is described as a violet red. This shade is gorgeous as well. Here's what the shade in B-Day Frosting looks like. This shade is not my vibe. It's a little bit too vibrant for me. Next up, we have number 10 in Pillow Fight. Pillow Fight is described as a hot fuchsia. It's a little bit too bright for my liking. I'm not into neon shades, but let's see what it looks like on the lips. Here's what the shade in Pillow Fight looks like. This shade in Pillow Fight did apply a bit patchy. I did have to go in and apply a second coat. This formula is not buildable. When you try and build it, I'm gonna show you guys. I'm building it up right now. I'm not sure if my camera is gonna pick it up, but it is pulling the product underneath it. I do have to go back in and kind of even it out a bit. In person, it does look like I have multiple layers on my top upper lip versus my bottom lip. This shade in Pillow Fight I would not recommend. Next up, we have number 11, Berry Bed Sheets. Berry Bed Sheets is described as a deep purple. That is my type of purple. Here's what the shade in Berry Bed Sheets looks like. The shade in Berry Bed Sheets did apply very patchy. I want to show you, as I'm applying more product, it lifts up the product underneath. Hopefully this shade is a little bit easier to see versus the previous shade in Pillow Talk. I'm not sure if my camera will pick it up, but it does look a little bit uneven in person. This purple did stain my lips a bit, but that's totally fine. Next up, we have number 13 in Cherry Cream. Cherry Cream is described as a classic red. Here's what the shade in Cherry Cream looks like. Again, I had a hard time applying an even coat. The second to last shade is called Velvet Robe. Velvet Robe is described as a red brown. This shade is really pretty. Here's what the shade in Velvet Robe looks like. This shade is super pretty. The last shade is number 15 in Chocolate Mousse. Chocolate Mousse is described as a deep red brown. That shade is gorgeous. Here's what the shade in Chocolate Mousse looks like. Another great fall shade. Here's what all 12 shades look like swatched on the back of my hand. I want to see if this is transfer proof. Yep, these are not transfer proof at all. It still feels very moussey on the back of my hand. These swatches have been sitting on the back of my hand for over an hour, so what that tells me is that this formula does not dry down completely. I'm not sure why NYX labeled these as a matte lip cream. It's not matte at all. It's more of a moussey texture. It's not going to dry down completely. I want to go back to the description. It did mention that it says that it's all day full coverage that will blur away any texture or lines. This formula is not blurring at all. You can see all of the lines on my lips, and it's definitely not all day wear because, as you saw, it does transfer. I also want to do a kiss test on the back of my hand, but I want to make sure that this particular shade in Chocolate Mousse is dried down completely. So I do have my little fan here. I'm going to dry this down really quickly. The formula does seem like it did dry down completely. I'm going to press my lips together. I can't feel the creamy texture. Now we're going to do a kiss test on the back of my hand. Oh wow, I was not expecting that much transfer. As you can see, the majority of the product is still on my lips, which is nice, but again, I'm not sure how this will wear throughout my day. I will be wearing this particular shade in Chocolate Mousse throughout my entire day, and I will leave below in the description box how it does wear. My final thoughts on the NYX Smooth Whip Matte Lip Creams is that I don't like this formula. It doesn't seem long lasting in my opinion, just from the kiss test alone and from the swatches on the back of my hand. These three shades were very patchy on my lips: Pillow Fight, Cherry Cream, and Berry Bed Sheets. They were super patchy. It's not one swipe pigment. You can't even build up the formula. It just removes the product underneath it. These three shades I would not recommend. These two shades in B-Day Frosting and Kitty Belly I did not like either. I didn't like how the first shade looked on me, and this shade in B-Day Frosting was too vibrant for my liking. These 5 shades I loved. I love Faux Fur and Latte Foam, great everyday shades. I also really did like Parfait, Velvet Robe, and Teddy Fluff. Let me know in the comments down below which shade was your favorite and if you plan on purchasing any of these shades. If you guys did enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video.